The real-based event film Stand and Deliver culminates with a sweet ending, but it wasn't without a ravaging uphill battle that aimed to taint the intellectual capability of the Chicanx community. A high school teacher inspires underprivileged students to not only pass the advanced placement calculus exam, but to supersede the better schools by a landslide. District officials implicitly jab at the students' academic abilities by questioning the validity of the scores. In the end, the students retest and prove the scores were valid. The story of the film is carried by Jaime Escalante, the inspiring teacher, Angel, a student who was caught between the crossroads of doing the right thing versus being a gang member, and Amelia, but instead her dynamic is between school and taking care of the home for an absent working mother. Despite the differences between these two characters and the other classmates, there is one unifying concept between them all. These students captivate the argument of nature versus nurture. Psychologists say behavior is influenced by genetic inheritance, and others say life experiences and external factors influence behavior. This film sheds light on the nurture aspect of human psychology and the importance of having a strong loving figure who cares during a developing child's life. Here is scene 1.
You go to sleep? Where's your equipment?
Got it.
Gotta come to this class prepared.
Do the work in my head.
You know the times tables?
I know the ones, the twos, the threes.
Finger man. I heard about you. Are you the finger man? I'm the finger man too. You know what I can do? I know how to multiply by 9. 9 times 3. 1, 2, 3. What do you got? 27. 6 times 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What do you got? 54. Yeah.
These are the two mischievous boys whose hearts were yet to be mended by the teacher. I'd like us to notice how uncomfortable Chuco looked. What happened to Mr. Tough Guy? The cinematography takes advantage of the actor chosen who has these acne scars to give the viewer an added feeling of grit by zooming in on his face. It makes me wonder if he intimidates Chuco. How does such a slight push of authority cause him so much discomfort? Combining this with Francisco's concerned look, it tells us these boys get away with this behavior in their other classes. Does not a single teacher stand up to them? In such a short exchange between the two, Mr. Escalante can see right through them. It's all a facade of something much deeper. He beautifully showcases this when he tells Chuco, "First, I need to teach you some manners." Now we see an encounter with Angel.
So I'm gonna teach you algebra because I'm the champ. And if the only thing you know how to do is add and subtract, you'll only be prepared to do one thing: pump gas.
Hey, ripping off a gas station is better than working at one, you know?
Orale. Orale. I'm a tough guy. Tough guys don't do math. Tough guys deep fried chicken for a living. Pues orale. You want a wing or a leg, man? Whoever heard of negative and positive numbers? Anybody? To the beach? Yeah. You ever play with the sand?
Yeah, but...
Finger man. Come on, finger man. You ever dig a hole? The sand that comes out of the hole, that's a positive. The hole is a negative. That's it. Simple. Anybody can do. -2 plus 2 equals. Nethead. Orale. Answer it. Come on, you know the answer. -2 plus 2, fill the hole. If I had that on my hands, I wouldn't raise it either. Orale. Come on, a -2 plus 2 equals. Anybody can do it. Fill the hole. -2 plus 2 equals. Come on, just fill the hole. You can do it. You're gonna let these burros laugh at you. -2 plus 2 equals. I'll break your neck like a toothpick. Orale.
0.
0. You're right. Simple. That's it.
I believe this is when Mr. Escalante plants his seed in Angel. We see Angel become embarrassed when Mr. Escalante says they'll only be frying chicken. This to me shed light on how Angel knows he has potential, but he is not applying himself. Most importantly, the sand analogy the teacher uses is symbolic of Angel's heart. He has a void in his heart, but has filled it with a gang lifestyle. When Angel answers him, we see he is holding back emotion. Most importantly, he's looking at Mr. Escalante with awe. Something has begun to spark in Angel, and perhaps it's the tough attitude of Mr. Escalante that sparked it. It's as if Angel is confused as someone is trying to reach him. The next scene shows the home life of Amelia.
Vamos todos a la cama. Es hora de dormir. Come on, come on, come on. Come on, come on, come on. Let's go, 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 let's go. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Juanito. Hi, Mom. Kids go to bed?
Yeah.
Papa go to work?
Yeah. Do you want me to fix you something to eat?
Hija, could you please turn off that light?
Amelia is basically the caretaker of this family. Notice how Amelia's mother doesn't greet her. The first thing she asks is if the kids are asleep. Would a hug kill the mother? Where is the nurturing love Amelia needs? Also, the audacity of the mother asking her to turn off the lights while she studies. Amelia's scene shows us that they are not bad children. They're just uninspired and victims of their circumstances. This is why Mr. Escalante states the following.
Accreditation.
Fail. You can't teach logarithms to illiterates. Look, these kids come to us with barely a 7th grade education. Now, there isn't a teacher in this room who isn't doing everything he possibly can.
I'm not. I could teach more.
I'm sure Mr. Escalante has good intentions, but he's only been here a few months.
Students will rise to the level of expectations, Senor Molina.
What do you need, Mr. Escalante?
Ganas. That's all we need is ganas.
What's ganas?
Students will rise to the level of expectations. All they need is ganas. Ganas means willpower. This powerfully backs up the argument of nature versus nurture and the impact it can make on a child's life if somebody shows them they are capable and worthy. Despite the numerous times the students got angry at Mr. Escalante, suffered in summer school, and the extra classes, the students always came back and pushed all the way through. Why did these kids keep coming back? Is it because calculus is so fun they can't get enough? Is it because Mr. Escalante is so handsome and funny they can't resist showing up? No. They come back because they realize their potential. They come back because of the man who showed them their potential. They have built the utmost respect for him. School has become their safe haven. If Mr. Escalante wasn't in the picture, it wouldn't be fair to judge these children and just write them off. Although Angel and Chuco's clothing was gangster inspired, it would make a bit harder to give them the benefit of the doubt, but they are far more than clothing. We learn about a primary account of fashion at this time from Willie Heron, an East LA native and Chicano artist who was in a few soundtracks of this film. He talks about the shift from the 1950s, 1960s classy slick Pachuco look to the 1980s baggy clothed tough guy look that Angel and Chuco take on in the film. I could see how many teachers probably overlooked them and students steered clear of them. However, the clothing didn't fool Mr. Escalante. He raised the level of expectations in their hearts and minds. Regardless if Chuco did not become one of the calculus stars, his heart eventually shifted and he was involved in renovating Mr. Escalante's car. Lastly, I'd like to mention the choice of choosing a Mexican-American actor to take on the teaching role. The actual Jaime Escalante was from Bolivia. Using a Mexican-American actor truly hunkers down on the East LA Chicanx experience of these students at the time. Thank you.